You're listening to Swift News, your daily news briefing in just 10 minutes. This is episode 16, and it's May 19th, 2025. Let's get into today's stories. Today, we're really diving into the headlines that are shaping things globally.
Yep, covering everything from politics, business, right through to sports and culture.
And environment science, plus those, human stories that connect us.
Exactly. We've sort of boiled down a lot of reports to give you the key takeaways.
Think of it as your quick guide to what's happening. So, okay, first up, politics. India and Pakistan.
Right, those ceasefire talks, they seem to be progressing. Slowly, perhaps, but progressing.
Which is huge for people in Jammu and Kashmir, right? They've been through so much shelling.
Absolutely. It's about hope for stability and critically getting aid through. A basic necessity.
It shows even tough situations can, shift.
It's a delicate balance, isn't it? Regional stability versus the immediate human need.
Okay, let's shift to the Middle East. Some basic humanitarian aid is resuming in Gaza.
Yeah, and that's against a backdrop of real concern about food shortages. It's a small step.
But maybe a sign of a slight shift in approach. There's been criticism.
Definitely international pressure playing a role, it seems. The big question is, will it be enough? And will it last?
Good point. Over in Europe, Poland's got a new president.
Rafa Trzaskowski, yes. But it was a narrow win. Really close election.
So that could mean some interesting dynamics ahead for Poland and, Europe generally.
Close results often signal a country really thinking about its direction. We'll have to watch how this plays out within the EU.
Meanwhile, in South America, Colombia, there's a corruption probe involving a former ambassador, Armando Benedetti.
These things are always tough short-term, but, crucial for public trust in the long run. It really tests a country's commitment to transparency and accountability. How this unfolds will be telling.
Moving over to Asia, China's dealing with floods in Hunan province.
And President Xi Jinping has pledged $1 billion for relief. That's a massive sum.
Shows the scale of the disaster and the resources they can mobilize for rebuilding.
It does. The focus now is on how effectively that rebuilding happens for the people affected.
In Africa, Nigeria's Senate is pushing an anti-graft bill, specifically targeting the oil sector.
Which is obviously huge for their economy. So more accountability there could have really wide-ranging effects.
Sure.
It signals they're trying to tackle fraud within a really vital industry.
And finally, on the politics front, President Ramaphosa in South Africa condemning xenophobic attacks.
Targeting Zimbabwean migrants. It's a stark reminder of those tensions around migration and unity.
Yeah, sadly, a challenge many countries are facing globally.
It really highlights the complex mix of economic pressures and social cohesion issues.
Okay, let's switch to business and the economy. If you're watching the markets, especially in India.
Right, the Sensex took a hit, dropped about 300 points.
Mostly fears about potential U.S. tariffs, it seems. Shows how connected everything is, could easily impact your investments.
Exactly. Global trade jitters can cause ripples everywhere. Investor sentiment is sensitive stuff.
On a more positive, future-looking note, though, Japan's going big on AI.
$10 billion big.
Yeah.
They're aiming for global tech leadership with this plan.
That's a huge push in Asia's tech scene, really signals their strategic direction.
Definitely. Position themselves right at the front of AI development. It'll touch so many sectors.
Good news out of Brazil for coffee farmers.
Exports hit a 10-year high, which means better incomes, finally.
Highlights the strength there in South America's agricultural markets.
Yeah, good conditions, strong demand. It's a real boost for their economy and the growers.
Nigeria's tech scene is also getting a boost. Lagos has a new tech hub.
And with support from Microsoft, which is significant.
Right.
Great for startups in Africa.
Shows the dynamism there, doesn't it? Lots of potential.
Absolutely. These hubs are becoming really important growth engines.
Quick note from North America, Canada's retail sector.
Expecting a bit of a dip because of Victoria Day closures coming up.
Just a predictable seasonal slowdown businesses plan for.
Pretty standard stuff for developed economies, those holiday impacts.
Some currency news from Indonesia. The rupiah has stabilized.
Thanks to the central bank stepping in, trying to create a bit more predictability.
Standard tool for them, right?
Yeah.
Managing volatility.
Yep. Helps maintain stability when markets get choppy.
And in the luxury market, France's LVMH is expanding again.
Bought a Swiss watchmaker this time. Shows continued growth and confidence in that high-end sector.
Always interesting to see their strategic moves consolidating their position.
Definitely. They're always looking to strengthen their portfolio.
Right. Let's talk sports. Cricket fans, heads up.
IPL 2025 Eliminator. Mumbai Indians versus Delhi Capitals in Mumbai.
Huge match. Winner goes to the final. Who are you rooting for?
High stakes, massive interest. Always great cricket.
Over to baseball, MLB playoffs excitement.
Shohei Ohtani, a walk-off homer for the Dodgers. Just incredible.
Wow. It really highlights the impact of international players, doesn't it? Especially Asian stars in U.S. sports.
He's exceptional. Shows how global the game is now.
Women's soccer, Brazil beat Colombia 3-1.
Yeah, big win for them. They've got their eyes set on the Olympics now.
South American soccer always brings that competitive fire.
For sure.
Yeah.
And women's soccer there is getting stronger and stronger.
Some news that will excite running fans. Eliud Kipchoge.
The marathon legend from Kenya. He's announced to come back for 2026.
Amazing dedication. Truly inspiring stuff for athletes everywhere.
His commitment is just unreal. What an inspiration.
Tennis Iga Swiatek continues to dominate.
Poland's star player won the Rome Open, solidifying her top spot.
She's just on another level right now. European tennis looking strong.
Absolutely. A leading force in the women's game.
Surfing news from Bali, the ISA World Games.
Australia's team, a clean sweep, just dominated.
Wow, impressive showing. Reinforces Oceania's, well, Australia's strength in surfing.
They have such a deep talent pool. Amazing result.
And finally, ice hockey. World Championship kicked off.
Canada versus Finland. Close one. Canada took it 4-3.
Phew. Always intense between those two North American and European powerhouses.
Sets the stage for a really competitive tournament.
Okay, let's shift to entertainment and culture. First, puzzles. Wordle, hashtag 1430.
The answer was Ar'an Veren.
Uh-huh.
Did you find that one tricky? A few people seem to.
Huh. Always a fun challenge. It's amazing how it's still such a global thing.
Definitely a shared daily ritual for many.
There's a documentary premiering out of Nigeria that's trending. Afrobeats, the global takeover.
Yeah, seeing a lot of buzz about that on X. Really shows the rising influence of African music worldwide.
It's huge right now. Great to see it getting that recognition.
Absolutely. Reflects how vibrant and dynamic Afrobeats is.
Anime fans, big news for Demon Slayer.
Season 5 finale apparently broke streaming records. Japan's animation just keeps finding massive global audiences.
Its popularity is incredible. Great storytelling, amazing art.
Resonates everywhere, doesn't it? Across cultures.
Music from Brazil, Anitta, dropped a new album.
And it shot straight to the top of the Latin charts. South America's music scene is thriving.
She's a powerhouse. Shows the global reach of Latin music.
Definitely. Always evolving, always influential.
Film buffs, mark your calendars. Venice Film Festival announced its 2025 dates.
And they're expecting a record number of entries. Still a major hub for international cinema in Europe.
Its prestige is undeniable, isn't it? Always premieres some gems.
A crucial stop on the festival circuit.
And hip-hop fans are buzzing. Drake's teasing something.
A surprise single, apparently.
Yeah.
Generating a lot of talk on X again.
He knows how to build anticipation. North American rap, still very much setting trends.
He certainly stays relevant, doesn't he?
One more for the puzzle fans, NYT Connections, hashtag 708.
That one had themed expressions. How did you get on with grouping those?
Always a fun challenge. Tests the brain in a different way.
It's caught on fast, hasn't it? Another daily brain teaser.
All right, let's look at environment and science. Some positive news from India.
Kerala's new solar grid. It's now powering 10,000 homes.
That's fantastic. Less reliance on coal, tangible benefits for the community.
A real example of that shift to greener energy happening on the ground.
Less positive weather news from Australia, though. Tasmania.
Yeah, their wettest May in 50 years. Caused flooding on farms, unfortunately.
Highlights those extreme weather impacts we're seeing more often in Oceania.
Definitely underscores the challenges from climate variability, need for resilience there.
And a serious environmental concern in Nigeria's Niger Delta.
An oil spill. It's threatening the livelihoods of, what, 20,000 fishermen?
Devastating. Really underscores the risks tied to resource extraction in Africa's coastal areas.
A stark reminder of the potential for environmental disasters to cripple local economies.
More extreme weather, this time in China. Guangdong province.
Heavy rains led to, tragically, 5 deaths and triggered disaster alerts.
Just another example of these severe events hitting Asia hard.
Highlights that urgent need for better preparedness and ways to mitigate climate change impacts.
On the science and tech front, some innovation in Brazil, São Paulo.
They're testing drone deliveries for medical supplies.
That could be a real game changer for healthcare access, especially in busy urban areas in South America.
Definitely. Using tech to improve efficiency and reach. Very promising.
And a potential medical breakthrough from the UK Cambridge scientists.
Developed a blood test for early detection of Parkinson's disease.
Wow, that's huge. Offers so much hope for earlier diagnosis and hopefully better treatment outcomes globally.
A really significant step forward for managing that disease.
Finally, space news. NASA's analysis of the Bennu asteroid sample.
They confirmed traces of water.
Fascinating. More clues about the early solar system and where the building blocks of life might be found.
Absolutely. Helps us piece together the puzzle of our cosmic origins.
Okay, let's wrap up with some inspiring human stories from around the globe, starting in India.
A water conservation project in Rajasthan. It saved 200 villages from drought.
Incredible. Shows the real power of community-led action tackling huge environmental challenges.
A fantastic success story of grassroots resilience.
In Kenya, Nairobi, youth in a slum have launched a free coding boot camp.
Creating opportunities, fostering tech skills right there in their community in Africa. So inspiring.
Shows that drive and innovation can come from anywhere.
Definitely empowering the next generation.
From Colombia, women in Medellin rebuilding their lives.
They've opened a community bakery. A story of resilience and entrepreneurship in South America.
Amazing strength and determination to overcome adversity.
Really highlights that community spirit.
In Ukraine, artists in Lviv are painting murals.
Honoring fallen soldiers. A powerful form of remembrance through art in Europe.
A very poignant way to keep memories alive and express the human spirit amidst conflict.
Art playing a vital role in healing and commemoration.
Down in Australia, Sydney hosted a refugee job fair.
Aimed to help about 1,000 migrants find work. A great act of support and integration in Oceania.
Important initiatives like that make a real difference in helping people rebuild.
Showing compassion and providing practical pathways.
In Canada, a focus on preserving cultural heritage.
Inuit elders teaching traditional seal hunting techniques to younger generations in North America.
So important, that transfer of knowledge to keep cultural identity strong.
Ensuring those vital traditions continue.
And finally, from Indonesia, a teenager in Jakarta.
Invented a low-cost flood sensor. Getting global recognition for it, too.
Fantastic. Shows the incredible potential and ingenuity of young people in Asia finding solutions.
Really highlights the power of youth innovation.
That's your world in 10 minutes with SwiftNews. The world in 10 minutes. From ceasefires to coders, floods to finals, we've spanned the globe.
Follow us for daily updates. Join us tomorrow for episode 17.
Stay curious, stay informed. This is SwiftNews, signing off.